I'm your host, James Williams, and welcome to another episode of Filmmaking Insights. In today's episode, we're tackling one of the toughest challenges in 2024, how indie filmmakers can make a feature film for only $5,000. With funding drying up for indie projects, many filmmakers feel stuck. But believe it or not, it's entirely possible to bring your film to life on this tight budget by embracing some key compromises and strategies. First, let's face the reality of a $5,000 budget. It's not a lot, and sacrifices are necessary. The good news? With technology as accessible as ever, shooting a film on a smartphone is a game changer. Movies like Tangerine, which was filmed entirely on an iPhone, show just how much can be achieved with little equipment. Smartphone cameras have advanced enough to capture stunning visuals without the high costs associated with traditional cameras. Paired with affordable wireless microphones, you can record clear audio, which is critical for audience engagement. Keeping costs low also means minimizing locations. One of the most significant expenses in any film is securing locations. But if you keep your film settings simple and use places you have free access to, like your home, a friend's backyard, or a public park, you'll avoid hefty fees. Think of films like Clerks, which was shot almost entirely in a convenience store and became a cult classic without elaborate sets or expensive scenery. These films show that with the right story, you don't need to break the bank to keep audiences engaged. Now, let's talk about casting. Having a known actor or a social media influencer in your film can drastically improve your chances of success. Securing even one well-known person, even for just a day of shooting, could attract attention and draw in an audience. Social media influencers, especially those looking to expand their brand into new areas, might be willing to work for a reduced rate or even for free if they believe in your project. Indie filmmaking is all about relationships and building a community that supports your vision, so don't be afraid to leverage your network for talent. Another important aspect is keeping the story simple. Complex narratives and large casts add costs, but many successful low-budget films are built around simple, character-driven stories. Movies like The Blair Witch Project didn't rely on special effects or elaborate sets to captivate their audience. It used a small cast and a focused, minimalistic storyline to tell a compelling tale. Simplicity is key when working with limited funds. Genres like drama, thriller, or comedy work well on a low budget because they rely more on character interaction and dialogue rather than expensive production elements. While the thought of making a film for just $5,000 may feel limiting, there are actually some great advantages. First, you have much more creative freedom. With fewer financial backers, you don't have to compromise your artistic vision to satisfy investors. You can take risks and tell the story the way you want. Secondly, the turnaround time is faster. A smaller production team and a focused script mean you can shoot, edit, and distribute your film much more quickly than a large-scale production, allowing you to take advantage of current trends or hot topics. And lastly, there's reduced financial risk. With a budget as small as $5,000, you aren't risking a large amount of money, which means you can take bolder creative risks without worrying about major losses. Several filmmakers have successfully created incredible films on small budgets. For example, Robert Rodriguez made El Mariachi for just $7,000, and that film launched his entire career. Similarly, Paranormal Activity was made for only $15,000, and it became a global hit, grossing hundreds of millions. Films like these demonstrate that with a clever approach, even the smallest budget can produce a successful film. In conclusion, making a feature film for $5,000 might seem like an impossible task, but it's more achievable than ever before. With advancements in technology, smart planning, and creative compromises, you can produce a high-quality film that resonates with your audience. It's all about focusing on the story, using available resources, and being strategic about where to cut costs. If you can secure some known talent or influencers, keep the production simple, and rely on minimal locations, your $5,000 film could be the next breakout hit in the indie film world. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and visit us at 4dlegacystudios.com for more tips and insights on indie filmmaking.